big one for you. Had to do it. Had to make sure we opened with a fat rip this time because you already know what happened yesterday. You already know what type of streak the channel is on right now. We had a great Thursday, if you didn't already know. And if you don't know this channel, my name's Gaff. I'm the host. I do this shit every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Thursday at this point. I give you MMA and boxing tips, picks, parlays, tricks, all that shit. And we did a watch along for PFL 10, Edwards versus Rasta. And boy, did we bend the books over and spank them good. Oh, mind you, 9 for 10 on the night. 10 for 10 if you count that I chose every single fighter correctly. 10 for 10 if you choose that, but 9 for 9 on fighter and outcome. No, sorry, 9 for 10 on fighter and outcome. I was in the zone. I must say I was in the zone. The research did what the research did. I can't give myself too much credit because all the research was done beforehand, and for once I followed the chart. I followed the chart and it worked out. And shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to the people that weren't able to be there but still showed love afterwards, and appreciate you all. It was a fantastic run. We made a mess of money. We made a bunch of people money as well, and that's what it's about. It's about building a community that helps each other. So appreciate everybody that's part of this one. And don't forget to like and subscribe always. Please like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you have a burner that you haven't already. We finally hit that 550 sub goal. We're trying to get to 600 now. We're trying to grow the channel every single week. So if you got a friend that's interested in MMA and interested in making money on MMA, maybe doesn't know how to bet it, send him over to this here channel. Send him over to the Main Card Minute. Send him over to One More Round Fights. Main Card Minute, scan the QR code on your left. One More Round Fights, scan the QR code on your right. Okay? And then you, as always, follow on social. After this stream is when I'll be putting out the parlay. Some incentive to keep you guys around. I was going to do it right before and then start the stream. I was like, that's stupid. Why would I do that? Because then I could go over my picks and then show you the parlay in the end. So that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. We'll create a little suspense. If you really need it, let me know, and I could make shit happen. But let's see what the chat's hitting on right now. Richland says, Gaff, I missed the PFL. Went to see Weapons with the girlfriend. I need to make some money. Spread the sheets. LOL, I got you, dog. I got you. We're going to show the sheet off and everything. Do whatever you need to do with it. Hopefully it hits as smoothly as PFL hits. That's all I got to say. Maybe I made these picks at the same exact time. So maybe I was in the zone for UFC as well. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Luke says, let's go. Richland says, damn, congrats on 550. They're going to make you some money. Yeah, YouTube, count your days. Yo, so I finally hit up YouTube. And then apparently I was logged into my normal account, like my government name account, rather than my One More Round Fights account when I made the request, even though I was on my One More Round Fights creator studio when I made that request, which makes no sense. But they said, yeah, we can't discuss this over these channels. Please remake the request using your One More Round Fights channel. And I'm like, what is going on? So I got to see what happened there. But yeah, we're going to get this resolved, and hopefully we can be monetized soon, because I know I hit my watch hours goal. They gave me these little fucking stupid these stupid little notifications and shit. And they tell me when I hit it. So I knew I hit it weeks ago. And then I look at the breakdown, and of all the hours, I should be over it, but it's still not letting me do the button to do the thing. So I finally, I finally gave in. I'm like, all right, let me hit these motherfuckers up and see what's up. Main Carmen says, bro, Yankees blowing it. Max Fried gave up runs. Oh no. I know it was 0-0. Bro, I was supposed to put $5 on Cody Bellinger RBI. I accidentally put 50 on it. I'm fucking, and it's DraftKings, so they never let you just pull it out right away. FanDuel, they let you pull it out right away on most bets, unless it's like a 17 leg parlay. But DraftKings don't let you. Once that bitch is in, that bitch is in most of the time. And if they let you get it back, it's at a discount. Sorry, at a premium, because usually it's like 90% of what you put in, unfortunately. Richard says, yeah, I heard 5 hours of bread, shaking my head. I know, what a night to miss, Richland. You would have been so happy with the second fight, taking Silveira decision. I was saying that. I was like, where's Richland at? I know Richland will be betting these right now. Tough. Sleeto, yo, what up, Sleeto? What's going on? Richard says, but I ain't no hater though. Let's keep the good times rolling. Yes, sir. Man, Carmen says 9 out of 10. Let's go. 10 out of 10 technically, but 9 out of 10 on fighter and outcome. So that's, yeah, pretty legendary PFL 10 night. I'm not going to lie. Sleeto says, hey, Gap, tell us why Impa Kasangana is your favorite fighter. Yeah, fuck. Don't fucking bring that fucking dude up, bro. I was so close to this El Dirte. I was so close with it. Oh, my God. We would have won like $150 on El Dirte. And I still had Kasangana KO, but I had long given up on the Kasangana KO because of how he looked. And this motherfucker, man, this motherfucker. Luke says, I cashed before Shoeface Moneyline and Edwards by KO. Damn. Why would you do that, Luke? Luke says, FYI, when you do like and sub GIF, you start glitching. Do I? Huh. Let me see. I want to do it again. I kind of want to do it again just to see what happens. Am I glitchy? Am I glitchy? Am I glitchy? It didn't look that glitchy. Kind of. It's a little choppy. I see what you're saying. It's a little like less smooth when that shit plays as opposed to when it's just me. Then it's, yeah. All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna stop using that little fucking thing. You know what? Get out of here. Get out of here. You're gone. It's gone. I won't be using that anymore. I'll just be using this. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. So let me finish this chat off too. I had him too, laughing my ass off. Il Dirte almost won. Luke says now they went to the bullpen and gave up a run. Oh, might have been. No, it wasn't a coincidence. Look, it wasn't a coincidence. My audio cuts in and out as well. Oh shit, that's what you meant. Okay. Oh, maybe that's what, because they were talking about that on stream, and maybe when I was using that, that's when it was happening, because they were like, my audio was cutting in and out, and I was like, what? But maybe it was because I was using that fucking thing. So yeah, I took it out. Yeah, because you said, yeah, it's the GIF. You're glitchy again. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, we're gonna get into this. We only have a one fight card, which is why I'm taking my sweet ass fucking time with this. So that's why I'm not going to jump into it real quick. But this is the parlays I gave to you on the PFL yesterday. Lazaro Darin, Josh Silveira is a near plus 200 dog. He was a plus 200 dog by the time I took him. And Jean-Pierre St. Louis, our Haitian brethren. And guess what? Guess what? Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. It cashed. It cashed. That's right. Guess. Take a guess. Look. Look at that. Look at that. All greens. Greens everywhere. Green one. Green check. Green check. Plus 829 on FanDuel. Plus 843 on DraftKings. A beaut. An absolute beaut. And guess what? I gave you guys another parlay, a little less risky one. A little less risky. It was this guy. Little Fabian Edwards, Oleg Popov, Alexei Pregandi. All these guys got us scared at one point and then pulled through, because guess what? That bitch cashed as well. That bitch cashed as well. Look at this. Look at this. I got it as a plus 145 on FanDuel, plus 144 on DK. Pregandi is a minus 1,000. Popov is a minus 190. And Fabian Edwards is a minus 215. All steals. All steals, in my opinion. Even that minus 1,000 Pregandi. Okay, we've been riding with Popov all year. We've been riding with Fabian Edwards all year. We've been riding with Antonio Carlos Jr. all year. And guess what? When you stay loyal, you win, baby. You win. And that's why I'm loyal to choosing Kevin Holland when he's on a win streak to lose. That's why I have my strategies, because sooner or later it's gonna pay off. So appreciate for anyone that tailed. Glad you were able to make some money. I'm gonna hold off. Richard says, "Let me get my first bong rip in. We going hit for hit. You feel me? Till the sun come up." Luke said, "Laughing my ass off." Richard, I'm drinking, planning on napping before the card. Oh, damn, yeah, for sure. Got a nap before the card. And W by Sports Testimony. All right, so here we go. You know what we came here to do, guys. I'm gonna bring in the gameplay, and yes, I did fix the audio issues. We have UFC 5 on slate this week. I truly don't even know what the audio issues were, if I'm being honest. I did everything the same this week, and the audio was just there. And last week, for some reason, my device was showing that it was there, but the audio wasn't coming through. And this week, it's coming through. So, yeah, I'm just glad it's working. Okay, so unfortunately for us, if you look at the UFC card, there's a lot of people that are in the game, right? Michelle Pereira in the game. Kyle Dawkins not in the game. Ooh, Charles Johnson. Actually, Charles Johnson might not be in the game. Now I'm thinking about it. But Sergey Pavlovich in the game. Waldo Cortez Acosta not in the game. Brian Ortega and Aljamain Sterling in the game. Yes, I managed to make this happen at lightweight. Basically, it's a catch weight of 153. I just put it at lightweight, just to give him the extra pound. And yeah, Johnny Walker and Zhang Mingyang, but Zhang Mingyang is not in the game, even though Johnny Walker is. So I will be tweeting at the UFC video game this week in the UFC, and I'll be talking my shit. I didn't do it last week because a lot of the fighters were in the game, and we had a nice fat car with like 5-6 fights on it. This week, one, I gotta talk shit. Gotta do it. Salito says, "Gaff on the Shanghai watch along." Of course, I'll be there. Don't you worry. I already took an edible, so I'm gonna knock out right after this, and then yeah, we're gonna get that stream in. We're gonna do it. What's left here? We just got to get into the card. I feel like I have to stall because there's not enough fights. There's literally one. There's one fight. It's Ortega Sterling, and my bet is definitely going to be Aljamain Sterling by unanimous decision. I didn't throw this fight in any parlays because too many fishy shits were going down this week between them not wanting it to be 5 rounds, it's staying 5 rounds, Ortega falling out of the fight, looking terribly, the odds ballooning for Aljamain Sterling. It's just too much when I'm already on Aljo, and now he's like a minus 375, and him by decision is like ballooning. It's just too much. So I'm going to be the only bet I'm going to have on Aljo is probably going to be Aljo by unanimous decision. And that's going to be it. That's going to be my bet. But yeah, this is the fight. Let's talk about these fighters, shall we? Again, we're in the cuck chair, baby. We're watching. We're not playing. We're watching. I'm here just like you. All right. So here we go. So first we have there we go. Let me dial that back. That shit was loud as fuck, right? I got you guys. My bad. Lazy says watching all the real regional fights. Let's watch a CPU fight. Let's go, baby. They're talking about Aljo right now. Now, Aljo, since coming in featherweight, has looked pretty good, though he did lose his last fight to Movsar Evloev. It was close at points, and Aljo did make good moves. In the fight before that, he took out Calvin Kattar in his first fight at featherweight. That was at the beginning of 2024. Now we're a little more than halfway through 2025. He's about to have his third fight. Hopefully he can have a winning streak here at featherweight and do something against Brian Ortega that seems to be leaving the division. He said multiple times that he wants to leave lightweight. And I feel like Aljo's the guy to send him there. We haven't seen too many times Brian Ortega facing a grappler. A lot of times he goes against strikers. So it's going to be interesting to see this style matchup for Brian Ortega. He hasn't been doing this since early in his career. Now, Brian Ortega hasn't looked great recently at featherweight, which is probably why he's opting to move up to featherweight. He hasn't fought active enough either. He's had 4 fights since 2021 at featherweight, and he had a 2-year gap between July 2022 and February 2024. So he's 1-3 in his last 4 fights. He lost to Yair and he beat Yair. Doesn't look too great of a win at this point, even though Yair won against Patricio. Alexander Volkanovski lost to, which looks great because he's a champ, Diego Lopez, but Diego Lopez lost to the champ and handily. So it doesn't look too great. But he's faced strikers: Diego, Yair, Volkanovski, Chan Sung Jung, Matt Holloway. The last grapple was probably Frankie Edgar, then Moicano. He beat Moicano. He beat Frankie Edgar. But Frankie Edgar more of a boxer than a wrestler. So Aljo, a very different type of grappler than Moicano was. Even though Brian Ortega was able to submit Moicano with a guillotine, it took him till round 3. And if I remember correctly, Moicano was working him 32-34, 5'8" to 5'7", 69-inch reach for Ortega, 71-inch reach for Aljo. Aljo, 2-inch reach advantage, even though he's a smaller guy. And I don't know why they have him at 35. I did this to catch weight at 55, but it shows 35 on the thing. Who knows? Who knows? Slito says, ha ha ha. Luke says, how's LFA? Slito says, how does that third prelim end? Lazy. Blew my eardrum on my ass. First 2 girl fights ended in finishes. All finishes on fire. If it didn't have to nap, I'd watch the rest. Fury FC prelims had multiple finishes that turned into compulsive clips too. Ooh, that means they're good. Ooh, Gaff got one screen and Lux prelims on the other. Debating at this point, do I sleep or just order Dunkin' DoorDash in like an hour? Please give us Aljo first round sub. Pink hair dude in LFA looks like the drug addict in Squid Game season 2. They were calling pink hair guy Juan O'Malley, and Aljo backpacked this dude in rear naked choke. We'll see what happens. Came into the UFC somewhat of a specialist when it came to his Aljo getting pieced up. Now in a kickboxing, we don't like this. Probably beat most of the best featherweights in the world. Ooh, good head kick from Aljo. Misses again with a right punch. Right, so takedown from Aljo. Let's go. Aljo, keep him down. Oh no, guillotine. Aljo steps over. He says Brian Ortega's jiu-jitsu is not good enough to beat me. Lazy says oh shit, he's back up to his feet. They be in chat. LMAO. Sterling gets hit with a kick. Uh-oh. Ooh, Aljo with the big overhand.
Great job moving into
Let's go, Aljo. Let's go, Aljo. Aljo definitely winning this. And on the feet, too. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon. Aljo just got hurt. Aljo just got hurt. Oh, no. Imagine I started scoring CPUnits and tweeting live. Oh, Aljo guillotine. Yo, Richland might get that. Nope. Now Ortega steps over and decides. Now Aljo's got to work back to his feet. Uh-oh. Slito says, yeah, man, I'm at work for another 2 hours. By the time I'm home and showered, it'll be around midnight. Undecided if I should nap until 3 or just stay up. Luke says, dude, that women's face plant KO in LFA immediately gets rocked. LMAO. Yeah. Damn it. Definitely trying that. Not worth ruining tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Aljo on top. This is what I like to see. Pause. Especially because it was a comeback win after she got dropped, dude. Oh, shit. Aljo arm triangle? Does Richland get his round 1 sub?
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Stop. Oh, he just gets out. He takes the back though. Oh no, Aljo on bottom.
This guy is so
No.
never leaves anything long.
Wow, it's stuck.
To get sub.
Yes, Lito, the come from
He's got
behind.
side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal.
Aljo's winning this round, and now he's going to end 2.5 minutes on his back, and we're going to fucking give the round up to Brian Ortega because he already got rocked, even though he beat Ortega in every other moment of this fight. Until now.
Worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes.
And sweep from Aljo. Aljo looks way better on the ground than Ortega.
Sterling's looking to pass here, denied by the opponent.
That didn't sound weird until Gas said it like that.
Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there.
Oh,
getting leaky now. The hard ground and
oh God, Aljo's bleeding. Oh, he's bleeding a lot. Ortega just cut him up. This is gonna be Ortega round 1. Fuck. Where's he even bleeding from?
Pretty good work with the strike there from bottom position.
Nice defense.
Ortega's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here.
Okay, Ortega.
Continues
How about
to
you
apply
get
pressure here
fucked
in half
again,
guard.
yeah? Damn. All right. Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
Under a minute to go. Good movement defensively here on the ground by Sterling.
Sweepers, let's go.
Able to reverse position on the ground and gain a dominant
Let's go.
position.
Get the broom out. Get the fucking broom out. Let's fucking go.
Sterling's looking to go from the full to the half.
Aljo the type of guy to get bleed a lot and then promote Funk Harbor Red Rum.
Great submission defense.
In a fake Jamaican accent for no reason.
To work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective.
Wheels up says, Luke, you should be sleeping right now. I will soon. Yeah, this stream ain't gonna last long by the looks of it. Oh shit. And Ortega on top. And an Ortega round. Ortega. I don't care if it shows all Aljo. That was an Ortega round for me. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Ortega. Stuns, wobbles him, total strikes, significant strikes, control time. He didn't take the ground there, but he spent a lot of time on top. So Ortega round 1. Tiki Torch. LOL. Thought Aljo would have fired Tiki after the Roku documentary. Interesting.
All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
Aljo was going for the takedown. He just nailed him with an uppercut. Damn. Backside uppercut. It's a lot of torque.
That really did damage his opponent.
Bingo, MCM.
Well, round 1, a tough act to follow. Now we get to our second round. Brian Ortega versus that man.
Round 2. Let's go, Aljo.
Looked like for a minute he had a window there. It closed quickly.
Jabbers. Jibber jabbers.
Back to the left hand now. Unable to connect.
Getting a high kick. Okay.
Pretty good jab there by Ortega.
Come on, Aljo.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are
I don't want to have to take an Ortega. Well, actually, maybe I do want to have to take an Ortega bet. Maybe I do.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Lazy says, how are you going to manage both these dudes and let all this shit unfold? No extra pay for 5 rounds. Fight continues after all this nonsense. At a funky catch weight. It's all crazy. And Luke says, it's a weird dynamic. It's like twice he's publicly fucked Aljo over. Aljo clearly upset about it, though, not doing anything about it. He'd be better off with Ali, to be honest.
Nice job on defense to block that punch, champ. Swing and a miss with that straight left hand. Oh, pretty good technique as he lands the side kick, DC.
Real nice technique to land
Come on,
that
Aljo.
side kick. He did a great job
Nice,
to get that leg
nice.
up and then right to the target.
Oh, big
Oh, no.
now touches him with the left. Superman punch now. Lead kick is true there by Sterling.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
Please, no.
That guillotine is very tight.
Please, no.
Now going to position
Oh,
over
God, he's
submission
back
as
on
he
top.
goes on the sub.
Doing Ortega things. Beating up Aljo. Oh, no. I'm going to have to take a fucking Ortega bet.
Ooh, looks like another submission attempt now.
The fight continuing does make sense to me because Aljo made the trip to China. He probably wanted to go through with it. Also, it's winnable for him. Tiki's negotiations to secure catch weight were just him going back and forth to Aljo and Ortega's hotel rooms. I did take Ortega plus 13.5 in a parlay.
Yes, smart
Oh, with
adjustment,
what,
Zhang.
Luke?
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass.
Bro, I
and
can't
go
believe
to
I
the
accidentally
finish.
threw $50 on
Good work from the
Bellinger
top here by Ortega.
RBI. That was such a dumb move.
Oh, and there's
Oh,
another ground strike.
what's
for good
happening?
measure. Fighter trying
Here
to
we go.
pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job. Great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
All right, has the guard closed here.
Come on, Aljo. Back to your feet or sweep
Just over
him.
2 minutes now to go in round two. Ortega's in half guard.
Oh, nice.
Or don't.
Gotta be careful here.
Or don't. That's
Man,
cool
this is some
too.
serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
With the over 1.5 and Walker Zhang at plus 380.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you gotta either have two
Luke.
hands in or two hands out.
You
Our guys
sicko.
start to attack triangle.
The over 1.5 in that one, if it hits it, that would be beautiful though. I might ladder that with you. I might do 1.5, 2.5, because it could be some sloppy bullshit. Might be better odds now after the weight miss. I took this yesterday. I'm 100% Aljo, by the way. I'm always Bo as a cheap Uriah ripoff Brian Ortega as a cheap Uriah ripoff, more sizzle than steak, which is clear this weekend. He was like skeletal on the scale. I'm no Brian Ortega fan, but he looked terrible. Plus 436 right now. It was my hedge to Zhang losing.
In fight, you've got to try and change immediately because you are carrying someone's weight, whether it's their bottom half weight or the top half. You are
Aljo.
carrying their weight, whether you got their
Not
armpit in your
doing
face
great in
or
this
you got
one.
their legs over the top of you.
Until now,
not comfortable.
where
So
it's
you
too
need
little
to
too
try
late to win the round.
Make them make a decision, a determination as to what they're trying to accomplish, and then you try and counter.
20 seconds to go round two. Sterling's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. Seconds winding down in round two.
Aljo.
2 rounds in the books.
I don't think we even need to look at the stats, but let's appease the masses. Yeah, Ortega. Yep, nope. It's 2-0 Ortega. 2-0 Ortega. Brother, you hit 550. Finally, props. Thank you, Wheels Up. We're on the road to 600 now. We keep marching forward. You keep going.
Really in your rhythm.
Lazy 1-1. No way. It's 2-0 Ortega, brother. Luke says, let's go. 550. Okay, now Aljo 3-0 sweet, right? I need Aljo to come back in these last 3 rounds. Walter Walker posted a bet slip for Johnny via submission. LOL. Stop. No fucking way.
It's working, so why not try it again? If his opponent isn't
That's going to make me want to bet it. Why did you tell me that?
For the rest of the time.
I'm going to be thinking about that when the main event starts. For absolute sure. Aljo fighting like Aljo.
Just out of range with the
I just
big
need
right
him to
hand.
be more successful.
Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking.
I'm
I mean, it's stringing
intrigued,
them together
Leo.
so effectively. Never throwing
Big
the
things
same
for the
attack
family.
more than
Luke's
once.
MMA
What a
famous
job
now.
to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defense.
Wheels up.
Hook to the head there by Ortega.
Wait,
Well, the most
2 mystery
significant
bets
stat in this
tonight, by
fight,
the
and you can
way?
see it right there in
With the
plain
co-main
sight,
being
bottom of your
5
screen, the
rounds.
body stretch.
Oh,
His
tonight
opponent
being
has had
in sit
absolutely
down.
no
I
impact. He hasn't
was like,
lowered
tonight? You mean tomorrow? I'm like, oh, right. I put a little sprinkle of Walker sub, laughing my ass off, degeneracy. I might do it too. Every time Aljo gets on top, Ortega sweeps him, bro. What is going on?
Very smart. You got to keep position over submission.
Yeah, tonight being like 5.5 hours from now.
Block. Great job blocking.
Hopefully
That
Walker's
pass by
sub
bottom
is the
fighter.
mystery bet. That'll be funny.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by T-City, Brian Ortega. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much
Oof.
wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown
Wheelzo
is
says
not fought.
I might just lay it down after
It's
the
not
card.
fought. Everything they're doing
What
is
does that mean?
fought.
Oh, I might just
To the
lay
very last
down
minute
after the
before
card?
giving up.
Well, his superior grappling is
I'll throw
certainly
down on it
the
regardless,
narrative
but
in
I'll
this one. The takedowns, the
we'll
ground
wait for the
control,
mystery
he's got
bet
it all
in
going
case.
tonight.
He's doing a great job of dictating to his opponent, not allowing him to make
Yeah,
any
that's what I'm gonna do,
decisions
Luke.
in regards to the
Because
fight.
I don't want to have 2 on it.
Well, the ground and
Shuffle,
pound is there
shuffle,
once again.
shuffle.
Strong work here by Ortega. All right, so look at that.
Ortega winning round 3. This is 3-0 right now, Ortega.
Into that area, and
Currently.
now he's dealing with a cut.
Shout out to Mike Heck for walking Jemmy Shoe like a dog on prop quiz. Oh, shit.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, so he can't get it here again. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, so good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off.
Luke says,
This
"Let's
guy
go,
throws
lazy." It
punches
was
to
double.
be effective.
It was a it was a drubbing, as my dad would say. Spoilers. Aljo on the back, but Ortega turns it around and gets on top again. Is this what this fight's gonna look like? We're all gonna have Aljo, and we're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why did we not think Ortega would out grapple him and beat him up? He's been fighting bigger guys this whole time." But you know, I have to have something on Aljo. That's why it's gonna be a unanimous decision. I wonder what that is. I gotta take a sneak peek.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body, pull it to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish the takedown. Oh man, that was slick.
Close guard. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was.
Oh shit, my bad. I made a bracket graphic today, but I wanted to wait to show it in case people haven't watched it yet.
He was ready to defend them.
No, Luke doing great content for real good shit, Luke.
Sterling's back in half guard.
I just can't wait to see who Dennis faces. Thanks, Wheels Up. Dennis will be in the mix, Gaff, as well.
North-south position now. We'll see.
Aljo on top.
To
I don't know if Aljo's gonna win. I don't know if this is gonna be enough to steal round 3.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Let's go. Gaffers will
15 minutes in the books.
That would be a slaughter.
Let's turn it up now, okay? You gotta wake up. All right, let's look back at some of the action
A
from that
drubbing,
previous
if
round,
you will.
DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground?
I have thought of
He was
Benucci
able to
versus
throw
Jay
at the
Aaron. That
right
would be a
time,
solid one.
secure at the right time.
Because
He
Jay,
wasted
though
no
he does
action.
know
For
a
me,
little, he
this is
kind
the
of knows
most
nothing at
exciting
the
type
same
of fight.
time.
A guy that is just
If that
dominating
makes sense.
his opponent, really, truly
Uh,
putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Ready.
round 3. Oh, I forgot to look at round 2 stats. Hold on. Brian Ortega again. Winning a yeah, it's 3-0 Ortega.
5-minute rounds.
This is I have Gav's opponent in mind. The questions are ready. The Jed Mike one today made me realize my mind is rustier than I realize. I would have cooked. I would have got cooked too.
Good stick.
Wow. So should I also put in an Ortega unanimous decision? This is looking crazy. Oh, right. I forgot to look at the Alja unanimous. That's what I was going to do.
Lands a nice jab there.
Oh, God. Piecing up
All right, so
Alja.
some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent.
We'll say.
Starting at him.
Alja with a takedown, finally.
The attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the
Probably
octagon.
won't be taking the Alja
I think he
takedown,
is
bro.
fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
It's probably set at like 7.5.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks
All
up
right.
his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
UFC. Aljo.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut.
Oh, shit. Aljo
Yeah,
cut
looks like that strike opened up a cut, John. But it's
Ortega in round 4.
But he's got to start to protect.
What is it? Fight props? What would it be? Winning method? What would it be? Oh, okay. Here we go. To win by split majority decision, Aljo's plus 500. To win by unanimous decision, he's only plus 120. Yeah, fuck that.
They're
both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a
Fuck
close fight.
that shit.
You did not expect a war.
I'll just take the minus 110 if he's going to be by decision. Why risk unanimous for just that? Oh my God, don't be city. Oh, thank you.
Did he escape that submission?
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you gotta be careful here.
That's what made Mike's domination so impressive. Slito says Jed thinks louder equals more correct. Lazy says Mike is so damn quick too quick to be cheating. Yelling does win arguments though, as Jed is a better yeller than me. That's a law degree coming out. Laughing my ass off, right, Lazy? He was flexing as I read the questions like he knew.
Bit less control. Because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a
Come on
little
now, Joe.
more
This is your round, and we need to win round 5. Maybe there's a weird round that they'll give you somewhere in there. Maybe. But maybe I want the Ortega win. I mean, the odds are juicy.
Great shot from the top position.
I swear, if this ends in a draw and I have to bet draw, I'm going to be pissed.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Trying to guard pass here.
Those up says Jed's still sad about DDP. He's in his grieving era, trying to forgive him as likely not thinking clearly. And Ortega sweeps Aljo with 90 seconds left in the round, and Aljo sweeps him back.
Oh, he reverses the position now. Nice work on the ground by Sterling.
I need a different strategy next time. It was too hard to argue points that even I did not believe.
Or eventually get the full guard, full mount. Sorry.
Rob Laurie in the house. He said, "What's going on, boys? Hope everyone's week been treating them good. So many transitions in this fight, yeah, which is gonna make it hard to judge. I hope. We'll see." Because for the CPUnits, we got to take a money line and we got to take them I got to take him with the outcome. So that's why I want it to be Ortega, because then I could have some Ortega bets.
Changing positions, unreal to see.
So the crowd absolutely loving it as these
Morning Wombat says, wait, are y'all really getting up at 3 a.m. for the card in Shanghai? Yes, sir, Wombat. You don't know that we're dedicated to this game, do you? Do you, Wombat?
Cut in the eye area, Daniel, becoming a major storyline. He's got to be careful.
He's got to be very careful and address it right now before it gets to the point that there's nothing you can do about it.
Even if I pulled an all-nighter, I got Saturday to sleep.
Now that one's no good.
Does a wallaby shit in Australia? I'm drinking right now, either going to be hungover or still drunk at 3 a.m. The hangover is going to be real by the time the main card starts. All right, let's look at these stats before we get into this last round. Oh, God, my controller died.
All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round, and maybe we can even isolate the strike that opened his cheek
up. The controller died. That's not good.
Wow, it's in a better spot.
Oh, there you go, another battery,
so hard to deal with. Every time that gets hit, it hurts so bad. He's gonna have to move his head here.
We're just gonna have to ride this out. We can't look at. Oh shit! No. Hold on. All right, I have 2 battery packs. Let's pray. Let's pray that one of these works. All right, we have success. We have success. All right. Let's continue. Oh, wait. No, we got to look at the in-between stats. Okay, so round 4, they got that for Aljo. That's a clear Aljo round, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to control time. He got a takedown. Yeah. Significant strikes, total strikes. That was an Aljo round. So if maybe round 3 or 2 could be, and he wins this, if he wins this round first, maybe rounds 3 or 2 could be viewed as an Aljo round, a sneaky decision. But it could be 3-1 Ortega right now.
More strikes to the head.
Ooh, let's go, Aljo. Big knee.
And these will take their toll as this fight
Ortega backing up. That gas tank hurt. That weight cut got him already. That weight cut will affect him. He already had cut down before they made his gas tank.
I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Ooh. Let's go, Aljo. Getting out of the way, too, and then gets almost gets a single leg. Almost. I don't like how the fucking little tips pop up in the game like I'm playing. I'm not playing, dickhead. Don't give me tips. What the fuck?
Both guys appeared to land there.
Let's see what the chat's hitting on. I missed out. The matchups are endless. Saying fight back. Are you serious right now?
And repeat as he continues to target that swelling upstairs.
Targeting that swollen eye.
Nah, I do, bro. That dedication has made me a lot of money. Minus 250. Aljo might finish Ortega. Minus 250. You're still drunk at 3 a.m. I combined the all-nighter, but woke up too early today to do that. Laughing my ass off, Rob. Lazy bet on prop quiz. Lazy bet is welcome. I do all 4 JBR guys in a round robin. Oh, shit. Laughing my ass off. The matchups are endless. That would be sick. Good luck
All right,
napping
we're
with the
starting to see some
excitement of
bruising here on the
forthcoming
torso, and
Mashate
all
battle
that
on your
courtesy of the
mind.
body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal
Kazakh
to go
Misha
to the
Tate.
body and the
JBR
discipline
can do
to
prop
stay
quiz,
with
but
that
our
approach.
episode would
I
get
mean,
no
it's
views.
just
Don't
tremendous.
say that.
You see a fighter who's
Don't
a
worry about
high
that kind
fight
of stuff,
IQ,
man. It
follows a
would get
game plan,
at least
and
one. It would get a few, my friend. I'm open to anyone.
Late in the fight
That's
now,
what your
TC,
mom
the
said.
submission specialist, clearly is
Got
going to be
him.
on the wrong end of the
My
spectrum.
ass up. Oh,
gotta get going.
Aljo
It
gets
does
taken
not matter
down
if you get
halfway
the
through the
first
round.
round. It does not matter if you get guard down.
Well,
You gotta
and
determine
then I almost said the same thing when he said he'd do all four of us.
you could latch on something to end the fight.
I do have an 8-man bracket in mind, and the winner will be the Prop FL tournament
Ortega's in half
champion and
guard.
face the winner of the Road to Dubai
What's
Champion
up here?
Series.
Oh, that's
Aljo
getting in deep
with a
now.
nice leg sweep, trying to get the sub, and he gets on top because of it. Let's go. And now Aljo in full mount. Aljo taking control of round 5 as well.
Nice positional control.
Rob Lloyd says, Gaff, what's your thought on Ortega looking bad at the weigh-in and only making 153? You think that
2 minutes
after
and
his
counting
move up
to
to
go in this fight.
155, does it affect the odds for him? I think it should. I mean, honestly, Ortega should have been moved to 55. He's been at 45 for so long, and I remember he used to have weight issues, or it used to be draining on him, and he used to be losing fights until he wasn't because of his gas tank and how he was looking at 45. So I was hoping I'd see him at 55, and then I was like, fighting Aljo, the fight just didn't make any sense to me. So
it burns. John, it burns so bad.
yeah, I always thought Aljo was going to win this, but now that the odds are so much in Aljo's favor, it kind of hurts.
So this guy
Kind of
try to
hurts.
find a way to not take
It's already affected the odds. He went from plus 200 to plus 350. Oh, man.
All right, half guard position here.
JBR
DC.
guys
You
will
have an
be in the
extra
road to
pop in
Dubai
your step when
Champion
you talk about
Series.
fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh man, I like half guard as a top fighter.
Sterling's looking for a Darce choke here.
No, Aljo round 5 sub would go so fucking incredibly hard. It would go so incredibly hard, bro. Oh, he's trying other side. Bro, is he gonna get? What the fuck just happened? Why is he on top? What just happened? Yo, what the fuck just happened? The fucking road to Dubai. Richard Fernandez says, can't even bet on the co-main, even in Florida. Really?
Look at that.
Laughing my ass off. Now Ortega on top, submission.
That cut around the eye. Gotta think his vision's compromised now.
As he should, right? He sees the blood.
It's still gonna be an Aljo round. I don't care. And again, I will press start 1 second before so we can look at round 5 because it usually gives away who won if I wait till the final bell. No. Please run out of time. Oh my God. Thank God he's going to make it. All right. Round 5. Aljo round. 90 seconds of control time, even with the 1 second that Ortega is going to get after this. Total strikes got him, significant strikes got him, and he hurt Ortega. So, yeah, let's go. Richard Fernandez says, told you. Luke says he's good. He says, F you. All right, here we go, boys. The decision. This is going to be what we're betting on CPUnits, money line, and fighter and outcome.
Right, the official decision is now
See what
in.
happens.
Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds,
These boys are
scorecards
both cut up.
decision. All 3 judges
All
scored
3.
this contest 48-47.
48-47.
Unanimous decision,
Brian Ortega decision is what we gotta fucking take in the CPUnits. Close fight, 48-47, 3 rounds to 2 rounds. 1, 2, 3 goes to Ortega. Rounds 4 and 5 go to Aljamain Sterling. And yeah, we got to take 2 bets on Brian Ortega, even though our boy is Aljo, unfortunately. Yeah. Unfortunately. Richland says, I think Aljo is going to be way stronger than Ortega. Yeah, which is why this is just wasted money at this point. Potato head. Ortega decision is plus 750. Richard Fernandez says, yes.
Right. Who got
Salito says, I heard from my source that Ortega's weighing shenanigans were just a masterclass in acting chops and that he's about to show up looking the best he's ever looked. All a ruse to boost his odds. That would be sick for me because he's definitely going into CPUnits. Generational wealth will be made this morning, allegedly. Okay. The source, my ass. So that's it, boys. That is the CPUnits. So the outcome and the fighter money line. So here are all the outcomes that we got out of this fight. Brian Ortega is plus 380 money line. Okay, we also got the over 4.5 at minus 166. Brian Ortega with the spread at plus 5.5 is plus 110. That's a great bet as well if you really believe in the CPUnits. What else? What else we got? Brian Ortega decisions plus 750, like Luke said. If you like the Brian Ortega sub as well as the Brian Ortega decision, it's plus 350 still. So a little bit better. Oh, no, wait. He's plus 380 money line. Forget it. No, that's stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, why would that be less odds if it's one outcome? That was dumb. I don't know what they're doing there. Brian Ortega to win an over 1.5 plus 330. Brian Ortega to win an over 2.5 plus 425. Brian Ortega to win an over 3.5 plus 500. Brian Ortega to win an over 4.5 plus 650. Brian Ortega decision is plus 750, as we know. Brian Ortega to win in round 5 or decision is plus 600. Fight to go the distance is minus 150. Fight to start round 4 is minus 250. Fight to start round 5 is minus 185. Significant strikes are not to be worried about. These boys are in the 50s and their line is set at 100 for both of them. So yeah, don't go ahead and look at those. All right. Actually, Ortega's set at 70, but still. Takedowns landed 2 for Aljo, 1 for Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega's line at 1 takedown is minus 125. Not a bad line. I kind of like that at minus 125. I might be taking that. Aljo to get 2 takedowns. Unfortunately, not on the books. The under 3.5 is minus 115, though. So if you're feeling that, if you think this fight will largely be on the feet because of the jiu-jitsu of these guys, you know, when 2 guys are really good grapplers, it always ends up standing on the feet. If you think it's one of those, well, shit, that might be worth it at minus 115. And then total significant strikes was it barely over 100. There's nothing there for that. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So that's what we'll be taking. That's the CPUnits. And now it's our favorite time. That's right. The time where I go over the picks. Lazy says, see y'all in a few hours. This is the Richland segment, basically. See you boys in the morning. Cheers, everyone. Peace, Rob. Brian by sub or decision is best plus money, and then that's realistic. All right, boys. So here we are. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys my chart, my coveted chart, the chart that I make all my picks on and that I make for the duration of the card. Let me just throw up a little lower so I know where to mark this in the whatever. All right, picks on UFC Shanghai. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so I have Salta Baldiev. It's going to be a close fight either way. That's why I have it blue. I'm not sure, but I like the over 1.5, over 2.5 in those. Both guys are finished, but they're both hard to finish, so that's why I think this fight goes the distance. So let me just pencil in fight end decision in here too, because I like that. At bantamweight, we have Zhao Long taking on Yusu Young. I like Zhao Long to win. He's a dog, and I like him to win. I like fight end sub as a nice little hedge in case anything goes awry. Long is more experienced, and he has more subs than his opponent, so I have a feeling that he's going to handily win this fight, and we're going to be like, wow, this guy was a dog. At featherweight, Iza is a very big favorite over Weston Wilson, and I expect him to be, and I expect him to sub Weston Wilson. I expect that fight to hit the under 2.5, the under 1.5. I expect the fight and sub to hit. Now, Wilson is a tough guy, but he gets finished a lot. And his opponent has more finishes than Weston Wilson even has wins. So, yeah, that should be noted. At middleweight, we have Michelle Pereira taking on Kyle Dawkins. I like Dawkins to upset Michelle Pereira. We've seen Michelle Pereira gas out in fights. We've seen Michelle Pereira have a bad game plan and screw it up. And honestly, every time I bet on Michelle Pereira, I lose. Whether I bet his KO and he subs him, whether I bet his sub and he KOs him, I can't get a beat on this guy. You can bet with Michelle Pereira. I'm going to be betting against him. I'm going to go with Kyle Dawkins coming back. Also, my quote here is Pereira sucks and only beats guys that suck, in my opinion. Dawkins can hang with some of the best, and he doesn't want to waste this opportunity especially being out of the UFC for so long. He's finally clawed his way back. I expect him to do some good work here. I like a Dawkins decision. I like him to outlast Michelle Pereira and beat him in some close exchanges. A good hedge would be a Pereira KO or a Dawkins sub. I like those as well. I'm not sure if this fight goes the distance. I'm not sure if it's a finish. I'm not sure. That's why I just like Pereira KO or Dawkins sub. I don't really have any unders or over bets here. At lightweight, we have Rongju and Austin Hubbard. I feel like Rongju is always in close fights, and I feel like his competition hasn't been that good. Whereas Austin Hubbard's been fighting some really tough guys, and those tough guys that he's fought and lost to have been moving on to do really good things. So I feel like Austin Hubbard has a really good chance as a dog in this fight, and I like Austin Hubbard to win. I'm going to have him in a parlay. I'm going to have Austin Hubbard in a parlay. Now, a good hedge would be obviously the Zhu decision because it could go the other way. Hubbard's in a lot of close decisions, and he tends to lose these close decisions a lot of the time. So we don't want that to happen again, and we don't want to be on the losing side of that. So in order to hedge that, I'll have the Zhu decision. And Hubbard sub, I could see somehow him finding an arm triangle in some way. Okay, for some reason, I just see a Hubbard arm triangle materializing at some point and him getting the sub all the way in China at Shanghai doing some weird Hubbard shit like he likes to do. At flyweight, Loner Kavanaugh and Charles Johnson. I know this fight's going the distance. There's no way Kavanaugh's finishing Charles Johnson. I don't think Charles Johnson finishes Kavanaugh. I think this is going to be a close one, a lot closer than we expect it to be, but I like Kavanaugh. I'm going to put him in a parlay. Why not? Probably going to be a high risker. Yes, it's going to be the high risker. I like this fight to go the distance. I like the over 2.5. I like a Johnson decision as a hedge because he always makes fights interesting, and he's a really tough out at flyweight. And the featured prelim, Mahashate Hayasir taking on Gage Young. I don't like Gage Young at all, man. I really don't. I think this is going to be a banger, but I think Mahashate is going to get a decision win. I think he's just going to piece him up completely throughout the whole fight. I think there's a chance that he gets a KO, so that's going to be my hedge. But I like him to get the decision win, and it's going to be a unanimous decision win. On the main card, I like Noraji to beat Kiefer Crosby. Kiefer Crosby has fumbled every single opportunity he's had in the UFC, and I don't expect him to turn it around now all the way up in China. I like Noraji to get the KO. I like it to happen very early in round one. I like to take the unders, 2.5, under 1.5, and I like the Noraji sub just in case he doesn't KO him. A nice little Michelle Pereira. Looks like he's going to knock him out and then jumps on a sub action. Keep in mind, Noraji is 6'2", and 10 of his 11 wins are by KO. Okay? Kiefer Crosby has lost his last 2 by sub, which is why I like to hedge with that Noraji sub. And I feel like this is a case of the UFC taking out the trash. Kiefer Crosby hasn't done a lot. They're going to give him one last tough matchup, so they have no excuse to cut him. To not cut him, sorry. And then at flyweight, Sue Maderji taking on Kevin Borges. I like Maderji to get a TKO in round 2. I think Borges is going to look really good, and we're going to be like, holy shit, Borges is going to win this fight. And Maderji's just going to land a fucking shot. And we're going to be like, holy fuck, what was that? So in case that doesn't happen, a Maderji decision or a Borges decision, but I feel like Maderji TKO round 2. I feel good about it. Borges likes to get KOs, but he might find himself on the other end. It's a double-edged sword, man. When you look for KOs, you might get KO'd, and this guy is fighting very close to home. Sue has 13 KOs, but he's been subbed 6 times, so Borges might even come out with a game plan to grapple and try to sub him right away. But Borges has no sub wins, so I wouldn't go with that at all. That's why I don't have it as a hedge anywhere. But just saying, Maderji loses by sub. This guy's not a grappler. This guy's going to strike with him. I expect Maderji to look good in this fight. At heavyweight, Sergey Pavlovich and Waldo Cortez Acosta. I know Waldo Cortez Acosta has been surging, but Pavlovich was surging way before that and looking way better and has way heavier hands. I know they're very similar in size. But I feel like the heavier hands are going to go to Pavlovich. And in a heavyweight fight, that's what wins the judges the fight. It's not going to be Waldo Cortez Acosta holding Pavlovich in a clinch up against the fence and landing knees. It's going to be every time Pavlovich lands a big right hand and backs up Waldo Cortez Acosta. So that's why I have a Pavlovich KO round 1. I think he lands a big shot, if not a Pavlovich decision. He may make us sweaty a little bit, but I like Pavlovich to win this fight. I think he's just going to be too good. And then Brian Ortega, Aljo. I like an Aljo decision. I'm still not sure about it, but now I'm really sure that Aljo's going to win. So I'm going to go ahead and make that gold now because of that weigh-in stuff. I made these picks a little while ago, but now that I've seen the weigh-in shenanigans, I feel real confident in Sterling. So I'm going to go ahead and make that gold. I like the over 2.5, and my hedges are Ortega decision and Ortega KO. I really don't feel confident in Ortega KO, but we've seen Aljamain Sterling get caught with some crazy shit before. We've seen Ortega land some crazy shit in a fight that he's losing. So that's a great little just in case bet right there, that Ortega KO. So don't be too shy about that. And both are ground guys, but Ortega's the better striker. And we've seen many times when two grapplers get in there, it stays on the feet. We've seen that many times. Ben Askren and fucking Damian Maia, perfect example. And finally, at light heavyweight, Johnny Walker, Zhang Mingyang. Zhang Mingyang KO round 1. Zhang Mingyang, all of his wins, like almost all of his wins, are by KO in round 1. I feel like he's going to continue the trend. Johnny Walker's been on the losing streak. He hasn't been trending upwards. And you know me, it's hard for me to take a dog fighter when they've been trending downwards. They have to be trending upwards in some way, just like Antonio Carlos Jr., just like Josh Silveira. He had one loss. I don't know why they had him as a dog. So, yeah, same situation here. Zhang Mingyang had one loss recently, but he's been on like a fucking 12 fight win streak, and he's fighting in his home country. There's too many factors for me that give Zhang Mingyang the ball in his court, and I feel like this is his fight to lose. So Zhang Mingyang, I feel like he gets an early win. I like the under 2.5. I like the under 1.5. A good hedge would be a Walker KO, possibly a Mingyang sub. And you know what? I'm gonna pencil in that Walker sub just so I remember it later, because of that Walter Walker fucking slit. You're gonna make me do that. I'm gonna have to pencil that in. That Walker sub is now in there. So those are my bets, and that's the chart. That's the chart. And if oh shit, I already hid the PFL ones. Hold on. PFL 10. And if you don't already know, this was the chart for PFL. You know, I had a St. Louis sub round 2. It ended up being a St. Louis decision. Fight end decision was in the hedge. Josh Silveira, that ended up hitting. I had the over. Josh Silveira finish was the hedge. Bielosteni TKO round 2 exactly hit. I wish I bet that. I didn't, but it exactly hit. I had Magomedov TKO round 1. He didn't get it. It was actually a Magomedov decision. And but Kasanganai TKO round 2. It was a Kasanganai TKO round 3. Fight and KO still cashed as a hedge. Alexander Romanov and Popov. I had a Popov decision that cashed exactly. The over 1.5 cashed. All the overs cashed, obviously, because it was a decision. Bryce Meredith, Lazaro Dayron. I had a Dayron decision. It ended up being a Dayron finish. Dayron KO was in the hedge column. The over 1.5 hit. Pergandi and Ethan Goss. I had a sub Pergandi round 1, but I wanted to do a Pergandi finish or a Pergandi decision. I wanted the Pergandi KO. I said he might get his first KO, and that's why I bet it, but I should have just bet the sub, and I didn't. Shame on me. I had the Carlos Jr. decision, ended up being that Carlos Jr. sub. Thankfully, it was in the hedge column, and the Edwards finish also cash. Shout out to Fabian Edwards. The over 2.5 did not cash, though, unfortunately. But yeah, those were the bets, and those were the charts, just so you can see where my head's at and how I make my picks. I showed you guys behind the process. I'm going to go take a nap-see now. That's it for me. That's it for this stream. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Both channels will be live on the main card minute in about 6 hours, something like that, 5 hours, something like that. So please scan the QR codes below. Become a fan of both of these channels. We're trying to grow. Main card minute, one more on your left, one more round fights on your right. Okay. Don't forget to follow on social. I'm going to put the parlay out right now. If you want to see it real quick and catch it on the stream, it's going to be Noraji, Pavlovich, and Mahashate as the regular parlay. It's plus 259. And then we're going to do for the high risk parlay, Zhao Long, Austin Hubbard, and Loner Kavanaugh at a plus 922. Two three-leggers. Nice and simple. A plus 200. Plus 900. Hopefully we can cash both of these as well. We'll see what happens. You feel me? We'll see what happens. Thanks to everybody that showed up. Let's see what these comments are. Yes, sir. I got a flyer on the Wilson via sub. Seen too many sharps call it, so I figured, fuck it. Y'all are going to be smoking at 3 a.m., of course. Damn, I'm on Johnson Heavy. Pause. I got energy by decision. Lots of coffee, I imagine. Yeah, Wombat. Appreciate y'all, bro. Thanks, Gav. See you on 5 hours. Yeah, so we don't contradict any of these. I like energy, but no real plays on them. All right, I'm getting the fuck up out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you guys in the morning for UFC Shanghai. Deuces.